Princess Charlotte, the young heir to the British throne, continues to surprise the public by demonstrating a striking resemblance to the esteemed Princess Anne. Despite the significant age gap between their generations, they share not only inherent royal manners and grace, but also a special, deep affection for one another. Who would have thought that at such a young age, Princess Charlotte would embody not only centuries-old court traditions, but also the unique sense of humor and unwavering resilience so characteristic of her great aunt. This phenomenon reveals an undeniable and profound connection, bridging two significant eras in monarchical history. It's time to delve into how these two remarkable princesses are jointly writing their unique royal chronicle. Princess Anne, a figure who consistently attracts public attention and is often contrasted with Camilla Parker Bowles, King Charles III's wife, is known for her sharp and at times acerbic sense of humor, believed by many to be inherited from her father, Prince Philip. Her answers to questions are often remarkably candid and straightforward, sometimes even sounding quite blunt and uncompromising. Anne stands out among other members of the royal family for her truly unique approach to interacting with the press. She never makes a deliberate effort to curry favor with journalists or do anything extraordinary to ensure exclusively positive coverage in newspapers and magazines. Media attention has often been critical of Princess Anne. In her youth, she was frequently described as a rather stern individual with a somewhat fiery temper, which, in the opinion of many, raises serious doubts about her ability to conform to the traditional image of a princess. In 1981, a documentary titled Princess Anne, Her Working Life was released in which the princess openly stated her indifference to the desire to be pleasant to everyone, tersely remarking, "No, it's too late now." When the interviewer pointed out a possible difference in how she was perceived by local versus national media, she unhesitatingly agreed. It's possible because the local press is on the ground. They see everything with their own eyes and ears, and the national press doesn't. Commenting on her difficult relationship with the press, Princess Anne expressed the following: "I don't fit the image they have in their heads. I just don't fall into the category they think I should fit into. I don't try to please journalists. I don't do anything especially for the public, if that's what you mean. I do everything for those who approach me, and my openness to the public is all they can get. But I never work for their benefit if it's just a stunt to satisfy editors. I don't see why I should, especially if it's not connected to my obligations or schedule." These words vividly demonstrate her independent character and principled stance on publicity. Sharp wit. Several years ago, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne graced an important event organized by the Writing for the Disabled Association. During this event, a notable episode occurred. One of the young participants who was introduced to the princess uttered a very candid remark. "You don't look like a princess." Her Royal Highness, known for her quick wit and sense of humor, immediately replied, "Thank God, that's a great relief to hear." This retort sparked genuine and hearty laughter from all present, highlighting her ability to lighten the mood and show her human side. During National Carers Week, held amidst the global pandemic, the royal family decided to express their deep gratitude to British citizens who selflessly care for the seriously ill, the elderly, and those with disabilities. Due to the strict restrictions in place at the time, communication was organized via video call. When Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II expressed her joy at being able to see all participants in the virtual conversation, Princess Anne, always attentive to details, clarified that her screen should be showing 6 faces. In response, Queen Elizabeth II, with her characteristic dignity, remarked, "Yes, I see 4 anyway." To which Princess Anne, seizing the opportunity for a quip, replied, "You don't need me. You know what I look like anyway." This dialogue demonstrated not only the closeness of relationships within the monarchical family, but also their ability to maintain levity and humor even in official situations. Refusal to shake hands with the U.S. President. During a state reception held in the majestic halls of Buckingham Palace, as Queen Elizabeth II stood in the receiving line, greeting world leaders including President Donald Trump and his wife Melania, Princess Anne chose to remain somewhat apart. The moment Her Majesty the Queen gestured for her daughter to join the others and greet the high-ranking guests, Princess Anne, displaying her independent nature, simply threw up her hands and shrugged. This moment, captured by numerous press cameras, became a subject of widespread discussion. Ultimately, she did not return to the receiving line to shake hands with the leaders, demonstrating her unique demeanor and unwillingness to follow protocol if it contradicted her internal convictions. But what is most surprising and perhaps unexpected, Princess Anne and Princess Charlotte, the young daughter of the Prince and Princess of Wales, share a striking number of common traits. The young royal, it seems, is quite enamored with her great-aunt, which is a touching display of family bonds. Princess Charlotte, daughter of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, exhibits a range of interests, behavioral quirks, and even facial expressions that inevitably bring to mind her great-aunt, Princess Anne. Despite the significant age and generational gap, these two members of the British royal dynasty display qualities that inextricably link them, thereby continuing the traditions and spirit of the British monarchy. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, has consistently proven herself to be one of the most active and dedicated working members of the royal family throughout her life. Her schedule is constantly filled with numerous official engagements and charitable initiatives. She tirelessly carries out her royal duties, demonstrating exceptional responsibility and deep commitment to her work. Princess Charlotte, despite her tender age, is already actively immersing herself in public life, regularly appearing at official events accompanied by her parents. These early signs of interest in public engagements are seen by many as a precursor that she may follow in the footsteps of her great-aunt, Princess Anne. Both Charlotte and Anne were taught the intricacies of etiquette and rules of conduct from childhood, which are an integral part of any royal's image. They display these impeccable manners everywhere and always, whether at strict official receptions or less formal public gatherings. Their self-confidence and thorough knowledge of court protocol allow them to be true representatives of royal blood, honoring and dignifying their illustrious family. However, these outward displays of similarity are merely the tip of the iceberg. A deeper examination of their personal interests reveals surprising and rather curious overlaps. One such shared interest is a deep love for ballet. This graceful art has historically held a special place in the hearts of many members of the royal dynasty. A telling example is when Jane Pritchard, a renowned dance teacher, once discovered unique archival records dating back to the 1950s. These rare frames capture a young Princess Anne successfully passing a ballet examination. These historical records, which were not included in the official collections of the Royal Academy of Dance because Anne trained with the Imperial Society of Teachers of Dancing, became invaluable and rare evidence of her early passion. Princess Charlotte also shows a very pronounced and genuine interest in ballet. This was first publicly revealed in 2017 by her mother, Catherine, Princess of Wales. The Princess of Wales shared that Charlotte not only loves ballet, but also enthusiastically practices tap dancing, diligently dedicating herself to dance training. Prince William, in turn, added that their daughter often runs around the house dressed in ballet tutus, which is a vivid reflection of her sincere love for this art. On one of her birthdays, Charlotte received a special gift. She was given the opportunity to enjoy a magnificent ballet performance. Watching the National Ballet of Canada's production of Cinderella, which was a source of inexpressible joy for her. Thus, the deep affection of both Princess Charlotte and Princess Anne for the art of ballet, alongside their unwavering adherence to established royal traditions, undeniably attests to a profound connection and continuous succession within the British monarchy. Such unanimity and interest not only serves as a powerful unifying factor for these two individuals, but also significantly strengthens the unbreakable family ties that are carefully passed down from one generation to another, preserving historical heritage. Their special closeness with their fathers is also noted. Many insiders close to British monarchical circles consistently emphasize that Princess Anne held a unique position, being the clear favorite of her parent, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Eileen Parker, wife of Philip's longtime friend Mike Parker, described in an interview how there was always an atmosphere of deep mutual understanding and shared interest between Anne and her father, forming their strong relationship. Princess Anne consistently found genuine enjoyment in spending time with Philip, who, Eileen asserted, greatly enjoyed conversing and interacting with his daughter. Meanwhile, her brother, Prince Charles, showed significantly more resemblance to their mother, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, both in character and interest. Renowned journalist Brian Ho emphasized in his writings that Princess Anne undoubtedly inherited a deep and unquenchable passion for active sports from Prince Philip. She spent countless hours alongside her father at bustling polo fields, closely observing his every move during intense games. It was through these keen observations and constant presence in a sporting environment that she was able to master all the intricacies and strategic wisdom of the game. This subsequently shaped her life path. Princess Anne focused her primary efforts on achieving outstanding athletic results, prioritizing them over traditional academic successes. Remarkably, young Princess Charlotte, much like her great-aunt, also has a reputation as a daddy's girl. From her father, Prince William, she has undoubtedly inherited a keen and active interest in sports, though it's worth noting that her mother, Catherine, Princess of Wales, is also known for her athletic nature. However, Charlotte's deep affection for physical activity and her pronounced desire to spend as much time as possible in her father's company clearly set her all apart from other children her age, emphasizing the uniqueness of this bond. Sporting interests, a bridge between past and present, an active lifestyle, particularly involving participation in or attendance at sporting events, has become the invisible yet strong thread connecting both princesses across generations. Constant exposure to a sporting environment has undoubtedly had a colossal impact on the development of their personal qualities and character, fostering valuable traits such as exceptional stamina, unwavering determination, and an indomitable will to win. While young Princess Charlotte is only just beginning her journey, gaining valuable experience by observing sporting competitions from honorary stands, surrounded by her family, and gradually immersing herself in the exciting atmosphere of large-scale sporting events, her great-aunt, Princess Anne, has long since fully experienced and savored a genuine, authentic sporting passion, becoming an active participant herself. Princess Anne, a truly multifaceted figure, has left a significant mark on history, distinguishing herself not only in royal duties, but also in sporting achievements and philanthropy. Her life is a kaleidoscope of vibrant events and unwavering adherence to principles, embodying true British resilience and elegance. The sporting arena became Anne's stage, where she demonstrated outstanding talents and an unyielding will. In 1971, she ascended to the winner's podium, clinching the individual title at the European Eventing Championship. Just 5 years later, in 1976, her skill was recognized at the highest level when she participated in the prestigious Olympic Games held in Montreal. Despite a dramatic fall from her horse, which resulted in a leg injury, Anne honorably completed her performance. This incident became a vivid testament to her inner strength and determination, showing the world that true purpose lies not only in victory, but also in the ability to overcome difficulties, regardless of pain and obstacles. In the ever-moving and transforming world of fashion, Princess Anne remains true to her roots and the traditions of British style, demonstrating timeless elegance and sophistication. As a young girl in 1957, she already displayed an extraordinary sense of style, appearing at a meeting with her parents in an exquisite green coat. Decades later, in 23. At the Sandringham Christmas celebration, history seemed to take a remarkable turn. Princess Charlotte, following her great-aunt's example, chose a classic coat that strikingly resembled young Anne's outfit. Both coats shared similar details, a double-breasted cut and 6 buttons, eloquently highlighting the unseen yet strong connection between these two royal family members, passed down through generations. Such a harmonious intertwining of centuries-old traditions and personal interests clearly demonstrates how values, aesthetic preferences, and distinctive style are not only preserved, but also passed down from generation to generation, forming a unique identity and enduring constancy within the royal family. In Princess Anne's biography, there was also an amusing incident when she was mistakenly identified as her brother. In 2012, during a lively debate of young agricultural advocates, a rather comical episode occurred. Princess Anne was mistakenly identified as her elder brother, Prince Charles. The reasons for this confusion remain a mystery to this day. In response to this curious situation, Anne, with her characteristic sense of humor and a slight smile, remarked, "Excitement can turn into apprehension." This incident was not isolated. An incident in a Scottish nursing home in 1990 was also recalled, where Prince Charles was mistaken for her. At just 39 years old, Princess Anne was nominated for the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize. This significant nomination was personally put forward by Zambian President Kenneth Kaunda in high recognition of her 20 years of selfless contribution to the charity Save the Children. According to President Kaunda, Princess Anne genuinely loves children, and her numerous actions serve as the most compelling proof of her deep commitment to this noble cause, speaking far louder than any words. The title of Royal Princess was formally bestowed upon Princess Anne in 1987, just before her 37th birthday. This ancient and honorable historical title, traditionally passed to the eldest daughter of the reigning monarch since 1642, could not be conferred upon her august mother, Queen Elizabeth, as at that time, this high status belonged to Princess Mary, the Queen's aunt. Princess Anne is renowned for her independence and distinctive approach to many aspects of life. For example, she resolutely declines the assistance of professional stylists, preferring to do her own hair and makeup. What is remarkable is that, in addition, she personally delves into paperwork related to her numerous charitable initiatives and projects, capable of dedicating many hours to this task, often staying late into the evening at St. James Palace. On February 18, 2020, during the ceremonial presentation of the Elizabeth III Fashion Award, Princess Anne vividly demonstrated how her approach to fashion was ahead of its time, long before the principles of conscious consumption and sustainability in fashion became widespread. British Vogue editor Edward Enninful remarked with admiration, "Princess Anne is a true style icon. She embraced the philosophy of sustainable fashion long before the concept became universally relevant to all of us. Her style is timeless, and she always exudes confidence in her distinctive look. No one manages to wear classic suits with such inimitable dignity as she does." Princess Anne also heads the prestigious UK Fashion and Textile Association. She speaks of her approach to style with a touch of irony. "I continue to choose fabrics and commission clothes because it gives me genuine pleasure. And also importantly, it supports the traditional art of tailoring here in our country." Private retreats. When given the opportunity for solitude, Princess Anne has a deep fondness for sea travel, preferring scenic cruises along the West Coast in the company of her second husband, Timothy Lawrence. These trips hold special value for them, as it is during these moments that they can enjoy each other's company alone, without the usual, yet sometimes intrusive, escort and vigilant security. This offers them true respite from the burdens of royal duties. "It's just my husband and me on board," Princess Anne notes, deeply valuing this rare opportunity for privacy. In Jonathan Dimbleby's biography, Prince Charles shared his deep feelings of discontent and loneliness during his time at Gordonstoun, the private school in Scotland his father sent him to. Princess Anne, however, expresses a completely different view, emphasizing that as a child she passionately longed for her school years. She notes, "While some people perceive boarding schools as harsh and strict institutions, a vast number of children nevertheless find them to be a source of inspiration and reliable support. Through my work with the Royal National Children's Springboard Foundation, I see how young students from disadvantaged backgrounds successfully realize their potential precisely because of the education they receive in such institutions. One only needs to look at their personal stories to fully grasp the invaluable significance of these establishments." Despite Gordonstoun leaving Prince Charles with less than pleasant memories, Princess Anne and her children also attended the school, and each subsequently forged their own paths to distinguished careers. looking at an alternative destiny for Anne, a dream of engineering. If circumstances had been different and Princess Anne did not hold the high title of Princess Royal, her path might have led her to engineering. Her Royal Highness tirelessly advocates for every woman to have the opportunity to fully realize her potential and talents, regardless of any social or gender barriers. However, Princess Anne herself does not consider herself a feminist in the traditional sense of the word. Understanding Prince Harry's choice. As Prince Harry's aunt, Princess Anne expresses her deep understanding and support for his decision to step back from active royal life. She knows from her own experience the full burden and responsibility that inevitably accompany royal titles. In an interview, Princess Anne shared her thoughts on the matter. It was significantly easier for Zara to develop and build her life outside the rigid confines of royal titles. Many, of course, would agree that having a title brings with it a host of complexities and limitations. It is for this very reason that I consider Harry's decision to be entirely correct and justified. The British public deeply values Princess Anne for her tireless work ethic, unwavering sense of duty, and admirable resilience. Beyond her official duties and title, she is known for her sharp, sparkling wit and inimitable sense of humor, which makes her remarks incredibly lively and often transforms them into popular aphorisms and catchphrases. A striking example of public appreciation was the birthday message addressed to her by Britons. "Happy birthday to the best Queen Britain will never have."